Carr now on first down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now the first carry from Marshawn Lynch. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. They'll roll him out right. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Here's Carr to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Jameis now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A good pickup there of 22. Okay. They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
A second down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, Winston. And Boyd has it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. To the air again with Winston. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Well, CD, in a couple of weeks we can make our Super Bowl predictions. But for right now, I want to get your AFC Division Champion predictions. Who do you have?
All right, let's start in the AFC East. It's New England. Do we need to say any more?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a challenger behind them in that division right now.
That tends to cover. Miami believes that they can be. Buffalo will be starting over with a new quarterback. So will the Jets. How about the AFC South? I'm going to give you a surprise there. I think Houston comes back and reclaims their crown and moves ahead of Jacksonville and Tennessee, who were both in the playoffs last year. The good health of Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, Whitney Merciless, Houston in a surprise pick.
All right, how about the West? The West is always intriguing. Who are you taking there?
One of the better divisions in football. John Gruden's back in Oakland. Kansas City has a new quarterback in Patrick Mahomes. Denver has a new quarterback in Case Keenum, plus a terrific defense. But I think the L.A. Chargers ride away with this division crown. Philip Rivers has to get it done. Somewhat approaching the twilight of his career. And I love their pass rush with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram.
And in the North, I'm guessing you're going Steelers.
I think I have to go the Pittsburgh Steelers. Everyone else has big question marks. The Steelers have Big Ben, and they're really upset about the way 2017 ended when they lost to Jacksonville in the playoffs.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On play action, now Carr. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Vinny Curry in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Carr throwing on second down. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Where 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Throwing his car on third down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Vinny Curry in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, the top five, it's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take #1 in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top 2 picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it. But how about a rookie by the name of Saquon Barkley with the Giants? I think he'll get a ton of touches. And Alvin Kamara, he showed what he could do last year, both running it and catching it. And don't forget, returning it as well.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Jameis to throw it. Complete. He finds Bray. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Buccaneer first. Winston to Bray. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Play action now. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A first down throw for Winston. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Jameis on 2nd down. That's caught by Howard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I think you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Carr. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Ellis with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Throwing, Winston, over the middle to Evans. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
To throw, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 25-yard line. Jameis now on first down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So out come the Raiders. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A Raider first down, 17 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Following the interception, Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And Cook has it left side. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Roberts with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead.
He'll look to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
All the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And some room to work. Room to run past midfield. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw here. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Cooper was the target there. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10. Back to throw. Evans has it left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. He's back to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Winston. And Blake, the tight end's got it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Okay.
Here's Winston. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Okay.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Chandler Catanzaro. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is no good. And just barely missing it wide to the right. Well, befitting a tight game like this, it all came down to the wire. But in the end, the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.
Yeah. Running